Okay, I'm going to show you real quick how to make the beef picadillo. Okay, basically what I start off is I get some peppers. Sometimes I'll use the already ground up peppers, but there are some preservatives in the peppers, so if you really want a nice rich flavor, I would suggest getting your peppers. And I have a variety. I like the pasilla because this pasilla is really sweet and it's not spicy. I like the California because it gives it that distinct nice savory pepper without all the spices. And the guajillo, I have to have some pepper. And if you want to add some of your own peppers like ancho, I mean there's so many different peppers that you can find. And then let me put those aside so that I can show you how this is done. There's not enough room in my kitchen, so my kitchen is very, very small, but it's okay. I manage. So I'm going to turn this on. So I have water, and I have mostly California, and then I have pasilla, and then I have a few of the guajillo. So, and I don't have any New Mexico. That's another pepper that I enjoy. So, but this one. And then you mix it. I put some water in there, just enough to make it a nice, and it'll make like a mole. So you mix it all. I try to discard most of the seeds, but some seeds got away. So, but that's okay. And normally I would put in some a little bit of tomatoes, and I would add a little bit of garlic and onions, but no, it's okay because I already cooked this in a lot of the peppers. There's onion in there, there's garlic in there, so there's bell pepper, so I added a lot. So okay, so this is while it's doing this thing. And I also have my grits cooling down. The grits are cooling down, so I'm cooling them down. They're so good. This is delicious. These are grits. So make sure you rinse them a little bit with some broth. Made it with some broth. So this is almost done. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on while that's still smoothing out. So this is a roast, and you don't want to discard. See all that fat? That's delicious fat. Beautiful. Leave it there. You don't want to discard it because you're going to use it in your masa. Or you can put it back in there. You want some fat. You discard this. This is the net that holds the roast together while it's cooking. So, nice and cold. And then I'm going to take off the fat if you can. And you can take the fat off. That can go inside the masa, or it can cook up. You just kind of shred it with your hand. I use my hand. The hands are your most valuable utensils in the kitchen. Okay, that's done. Okay, your hands are your most valuable utensils in the kitchen, so you want to go ahead and use your hands. You want to shred it, and like I was saying earlier, you want to keep your fat, don't discard it. And so I'm going to show you this really quick because, okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the broth in there. And while you're adding the broth, let's just go ahead and add that all in there. And why not? I don't throw away the fat. So what I do is I mash it up. I mash up the carrots. I mash up the onions. You know, they pretty much dissolve the bell peppers, everything that's in there. You just kind of want to mash it up. And it's going to bring some nice flavors in your picadillo. Yeah. And this is my technique. You don't want chunks of peppers and onions and carrots in there. You really don't. So, you mash them all up. You want to add a little bit more water in there, you can. You can mash it up, you can get fancy. If you're in a professional kitchen, of course, you're probably going to use something else to mash it up. And so, this is for me anyway, so who cares? Or whoever wants it. And besides that, when you boil your meat, when you bring it at, it starts killing all the bad stuff. And if you think my hands are bad, then, oh well, then okay. But I wash my hands thoroughly, so I'm going to go ahead and add that fat in there. And what I'm going to do is add more water, because that's not going to be enough picadillo. I'm going to add a little bit more water to that, because I want some liquid in there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put that on high. And then get your spoon and just kind of stir it up. That's going to be nice. Okay. See how it all disintegrated? That liquid and stuff. It, you know, all the carrots and stuff, because they're so cooked. They're so well cooked. So you want it to look like this. This is so good. Yeah. And then, let me see. I'm going to switch hands. Okay. Now I'm going to take the good stuff. Okay. Add it in there. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any New Mexico. I like my New Mexico peppers. They're so good. It's not, you have to wait until it warms up. You want to stir that in there. Okay. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the tomato juice. Try to add the tomato juice without putting the tomatoes in there. And if they go in there by accident, I'll just have to squish them up. But I'm going to try to add. There you go. Alright, just enough, because what it does, it binds all the flavors together. So I found this enchilada sauce. I'm going to go ahead and use it. I normally don't buy this kind of enchilada sauce, but I saw it and I said, well, let me give it a try, right? Ew, it's just nasty on its own. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and open this thing up. So I found this crazy enchilada sauce. I'm going to go ahead and pour some of it. It's not very good, but you can enhance the flavor with all the other flavors that you're going to add. So, and instead of salt, let me put it down one more time. Sorry about that. Okay, so instead of salt, I'm going to put some of this beef bouillon flavor. And it's okay, because it really tastes delicious in your tamales. If you want to use salt, go for it. But This is how I make my picadillo. And then I'm going to add some more of my, there's a little bit left over. That's garlic. Okay. I'm going to add that. I have another packet, but I don't think it's, oh, yeah, it's open. So it's granulated. I'm going to add some more garlic in there. Be careful not to overpower it with the garlic. I already cooked the garlic in there, and then I'm going to add a little bit of onion. And then, of course, I'm going to add some, because you can never go wrong with adding more flavor. So a little bit of pepper. Yeah. And then I'm going to add some cumin. Cumin in there. Okay. I like cumin. About. And make sure you go over your spices. You don't want any old spices in there hanging out. Okay. And then, in the meantime, I'm going to wipe down. Okay. Okay. And then you just kind of stir that and stir that until, and you allow it to boil. I'll show you what it looks like. It should look like this. You see how nice and dark, because it's been cooked. All the peppers have been cooked. So you want to simmer it for quite some time. Okay.